Hi everybody, this is Juhi again, Jawahar Alvi, the Clinical Director and for BASIS, Behavior and Special Educational Services. We are operating out of Chicago, USA, and we provide therapeutical services to children with special needs, with autism, with other developmental disabilities. We provide in-home ABA services here in Chicago, as well as we have clinical settings abroad. Therefore, we do go globally and we provide services globally to other children. And in the light of the present events that are happening, which is the pandemic of coronavirus, we're trying to spread the word, and we're trying to help parents that are cooped up at home. And daily, I'm trying to do these blogs so that I can help parents out in situations where they can take advantage of this time and they can have like a very, very constructive time with the children that they're home with. I'm also trying to send out positive messages and positive vibes to the parents. And while I did a couple of video blogs yesterday, I got a message in regards to doing or coming up with some activities for children that have cerebral palsy. So I came up with some activities. I did some research. And first of all, I'm going to define what the term cerebral palsy is. So cerebral palsy is a permanent movement disorder. It comes on very early in the childhood. The signs and symptoms, they can vary, and they can be between mild to moderate to severe. This includes poor coordination. It has stiff muscles, so there is spasticity of the muscles. The muscles are weak. They come with sometimes tremors. And there is a problem of sensations. And sometimes, there are problems with the swallowing and also with the speaking. Some of our kids, they can walk. Some kids are on wheelchair, and they require a lot of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and so on and so forth. So some of the activities that I kind of researched and I came up with are activities that can be done with the kids at home. And these activities, they include activities like, playing with a variety of colors and shapes. So children usually make bright colors and bright shapes. Sometimes with cerebral palsy, brightness can make our muscles tighten up. So we can have toys and pictures with variety of colors, shapes, and sizes to avoid overstimulation. So we can have toys and pictures with a variety of colors and shapes. So make sure that when you are working with your kids, you have toys, you have shapes, you have pictures which have a variety of colors and shapes in them, so that you're overstimulating the kids. And you're trying to introduce all these colors and shapes, and you're trying to make sure that they are being involved in all of that play with you. Music also is wonderful, and you should use it generously. Music is not only good for the mind, but also to stimulate speech and communication. Encourage children to move with the music. For example, stomp their feet, clap their hands, and let them dance in any way they can. You can encourage them to dance while on their wheelchair or with whatever mobility device is needed. Loud or sudden music often overstimulates muscle tone. So keep that in mind when you work with music with your children. Sorting games. Sorting games are good for gross and fine motor control. I recommend that you play sorting games on a regular basis because repetitive motion of muscles helps teach the brain and muscles to work together. So again, this also is going to be something that will be visual motor coordination. So you're going to be, the child is looking at the visual, the motor coordination. It's going to help sort things. It's a repetitive movement. It's a repetitive activity. So it helps the kids to repetitively do something. Now, again, it depends on the severity of the cerebral palsy. So what you can do is that you can help the child sort those things out by themselves. You could help them hand over hand. You could put very big items or small items depending on what the child can hold, what the child can approach for or get, and then again you can help and guide them through this. For example, have Then put blue things in a blue bin, red things in a red bin. Make sure that whatever the item they can grab, it can manipulate it in a relaxed manner. Don't overwhelm them with a large quantity of items. So give them very few items, but make sure you're doing some sorting activities with them. Teamwork. Working as a part of a team boosts self esteem no matter what age. If you have your children work with other children, they will be very, very happy. And this is such a good time because most of the kids are home, parents are home, fathers are home, mothers are home, older siblings are home. So this is a great opportunity for making everybody work together, right? And play together and do those social skills together. So always work in teams. Rolling a ball back and forth and kicking it, tug of war are some examples. Try to keep the mood upbeat and fun so that no one feels discouraged. And this time is so important to make sure that you guys are communicating with each other and you guys are each other's back. Arts and craft activities are excellent for any kid with special needs, younger kids, kids with cerebral palsy. With a child who has cerebral palsy, you need to keep it real for their needs. Mostly everything needs to be adapted, and you can use teamwork approach for all of the tasks that you want to accomplish. Cutting beads on a string, coloring, and painting are great for motor skills. Remember not to do the project for them. You want them to be a part of that project. Let them do what they can. Water activities. Water is fun and I love water. So water play also is a great fun, splashing, pouring cups, playing with water bubbles, and anything water related are good physical and mental activities. Take your child swimming. If you guys can, and I know that right now because of the coronavirus things are not going the way they should be, but try to do that, and even in your house you could have like splashing activities. But again, swimming does strengthen the muscles, and at this time if you can't do it, just try to do something with something around them where you could do some splashing and bubbles and water play at the table. Going outdoors, go for walks and talk about what you see, hear, and feel. Always encourage speech and dialogue. Go to playgrounds and let your child do whatever they can. Accessible or fully inclusive playgrounds are growing throughout the communities. Ask around or do a Google search for one close to your area. And technology. This is the last one. So use technology such as computer or tablet with fun age appropriate applications. Chances are that technology is going to play a very important role in their lives. So getting them used to it early is helpful. Anything you can devote to your child is extremely valuable. Activities that keep them moving, reading, and stimulating their minds are brilliant to use. Give them an abundance of love and room to grow. These are the main things our kids can work with. Now, when you come to technology, I also wanted to bring into consideration another thing, which is different kind of technologies that are out there. So for our kids that have cerebral palsy, there are many different devices that you can work with. So there are adaptive equipments that you can use. Some of them are available on your iPad. So for example, if they're unable to communicate, there are some apps that you can download, which is the ProLoQ or something like that, which you can use to communicate. There are also some things that are called as switches, which are which are devices that can be generated in order for them to manipulate a toy, or something that works with the eye gaze. So those kind of are adaptive equipments are the ones that you can use in technology for the kids when you're working with them. So I do hope that these activities are going to be helpful for you to use with kids who have cerebral palsy. And I wish you all best of luck under the circumstances that we are in. Remember, we have to make the best out of this opportunity. Stay safe, stay healthy, best of luck. Have a good day.